Now today, we talk about Shang Dynasty, origin and workbook. The Shang Dynasty, also historically known as the Yin Dynasty, was a Chinese dynasty that ruled in the Middle and Lower Yellow River Village in the 2nd millennium BC. It came after the Xia Dynasty and followed by the Zhou Dynasty. As you know, the classical account of the Shang Dynasty came from texts such as the Book of Documents, Bumble Annals, and record of the Great History before the workbooks were discovered. But the Shang Dynasty is the earliest dynasty of traditional Chinese history, fully supported by the archaeological evidence. According to the traditional chronology, based on calculation made approximately 2,000 years ago by Liu Zheng, the Shang ruled from 1766 BC to 1122 BC. The Xia Shangzhou chronology projects date them from 1600 BC to 1046 BC. Excavation and the reign of the Yin, as you know, near Anyang, which has been identified as the last Shang capital, uncovered 11 virgin real tombs and the foundation of the palaces, a ritual stage containing weapons of the war and remains from the both animal and human sacrifice. Tens of thousands of bronze, jade, stone, bronze, and ceramic artifacts have been found. The Anyang site produced the earliest known Chinese front, mainly future tailor covered on orc-bone turtle shell, ox scapulary, or other bronze. Since the 1920s, more than 18,000 pieces have been discovered in the initial scientific excavation. The inscription provides important insight into many topics from history, politics, economy, religions, to art and medicine in the early stage of Chinese civilization. Many important events concerning the Shang Dynasty are mentioned in various Chinese classics, including the books of documents, the Bumble Annals, and Zuozhuan, and so on. Working from all the available documents, the Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian recollected a reigning account of the Shang Dynasty as part of his record of the Great History. The name Yin is used by Sima Qian for the Shang Dynasty and in the Bumble Annals for both the dynasty and its final capital. As you know, it has been a normal name for the Shang throughout history, since the record of the emperor and kings by Huang Pumi. It has often been used specifically to describe the later half of the Shang Dynasty. The word does not appear in the workbook, which refer to the state as Shang and the capital as Dayi Shang. By the way, it also does not appear in separately dated visiting Zhou bronze vessel inscription. The founding myth of the Shang Dynasty is described by Sima Qian in the record of the Great History of Yin Benji. According to record, a woman named Jiandi, who was the second wife of Emperor Ku, swallowed an egg draped identity by the black bird and subsequently gave birth miraculously to Xie. As you know, we also called his name as Qi It is said that Xie once helped Yu control the Great Flood, and for the reason, he got a fief, and it was called Shang. The record in the Book of Song is the 8th word, 天命玄鸟，降而生商. It means heaven ordered the black bird to come and give birth to the founder of the Shang Dynasty. In Asia China, the founder of any dynasty must be endowed with a mystical character about his birth story. This kind of birth story is generally expressed in two categories, one of which we are called the dragon snake system. The other type we are called the phoenix bird system. Look at the phoenix bird system in the jade and the bronze of the Shang Dynasty. The core of this kind of birth myth is to show that the birth of the saint, emperor, or hero come from there, the dragon snake system, or the phoenix bird system. This is a result of mutual induction between its mother and the mysterious D. The word 感生 is used in Asian Chinese history books. Japanese academic cycle called it consitasis. I think the word consitasis in Japanese is the best, I'm sure. Because the founder of the Shang Dynasty came from the birth myth of the phoenix bird system, a large number of the phoenix bird images appear in the pottery and workbench inscription of the Shang Dynasty, especially in the shape of bronze vessel. We can see that all the bronze vessel and jadeware with the image of the phoenix bird reflect the respect and the remembrance of the ancestor of the Shang Dynasty, and a symbol of the sacrifice activities. In the record of the grand history of the Yin Benji, Sima Qian writes the Shang Dynasty was founded 13 generations after Xie, when Xie's descendant Tang overthrew the empire and crowned final Xia Dynasty, ruler in the Battle of Mingtiao in the Zhongtiao Mountain in the Shanxi province in China. The record recounts events from the reign of the Tang, Taijia, Taiwu, Pangeng, Wuding, Wuyi, and the deprived Finnish Shang King Dixin. By the rest of the Shang Dynasty, rulers are mainly mentioned by name. According to the record of the grand history of the Yin Benji, the Shang Dynasty moved their capital 8 times, with the final move to Yin in the reign of the Pangeng inaugurating the golden age of the dynasty. Dixin, the last Shang king, is said to have committed suicide after his army was defeated by the King Wu of Zhou. It is said that his army and his equipment buried him by joining the Zhou's river flows in the decisive Battle of Muyan. According to the Yizhou Shu and the monks, the battle was very bloody. After the Shang were defeated, King Wu of Zhou allowed Dixin's son Wu Geng to rule the Shangs as the vassal kingdom of Zhou. However, King Wu of Zhou sent 3 of his brothers and army to ensure that Wu Geng would not rebel. After King Wu of Zhou's death, the old neighbors of the Shang joined the rebellion of the 3 Jian states against the Duke of Zhou. But the rebellion collapsed after 3 years, leaving Zhou in control of the Shang territories. After Shang's collapse, Zhou's ruler forcibly relocated Yinwan and scattered them throughout Zhou's territory. The record of the Green historian states that King Cheng, with the support of his uncle, the Duke of Zhou, involved Wei Ziqi, a brother of Di Xin, as the Duke of Shang, with its capital at Shangqiu. In 1899, Wang Yirong, a middle-level official who had recently come out of a period of the final resentment in honor of his mother died, arriving in Beijing. Wang Yirong was well known as a scholar of inscribed and antiquities. After his arrival in Beijing, Wang secured an appointment as dean at the Imperial Academy, and then he suddenly fell ill with malaria. As Wang Yirong's fever grew worse, he decided to send a number of his household to consult an apothecary and want to buy medicine. Among the items that the apothecary prescribed was a packet of dragonboard, 龙骨 in Chinese. It needs to be grown into powder before it can be placed in water and boiled for a long time with Chinese medicine, and then it can be taken. On the day that the bombs were delivered, Wang Yirong was enjoying the company of the house guest Liu Zheng, like Wang Yirong, a quatrain scholar. When two of them spent their bomb, they were quietly shouted by the likeness between the covering signs on them and some of Auntie's bronze inscription. Bronze of them had studied in the past. In 1900s, as the ribbon groups and the Thames, the Boxer stormed the foreign settlements in Beijing and quickly surrounded the diplomatic counterparts. The claimed diplomatics quickly sent out a letter from help to their respective countries, and before many days has passed, Western coalition forces arrived in Beijing. Faced with a situation that was out of control and great trouble, Wang Yirong, with his family member, took their own life. In this way, the Erkbun fell into Liu's hand. Liu is a famous scholar with a wide range of knowledge. He is determined to find the source of the Erkbun, but all the merchants refused to tell him where the Erkbun came from. Until 1910, the scholar finally arrived at the village of Xiaotun in the south of Erkbun in Henan province in China. The Erkbun inscription is an identical Chinese script. Its earliest merchant Chinese character we can see. It mainly refers to the word covered on turtle shell or animal bones by the royal family of China in the late Shang Dynasty for divination and record. Now we'll show you the two Erkbun below. One is animal bone and the other is a turtle shell. The Erkbun were actually animal scabby and the turtle shell. As you know, they had earlier variations of Chinese characters carved onto their outside. For the purpose of divination, they were handed in order to produce crackers in a practice known as pyromancy in Asian Western societies. The practice was actually quite popular even before the rise of inscription. Type of those Erkbun had been found in North China province before the appearance of inscription of the Erkbun. However, after the development of the writing, inscriptions are found on Erkbun that document their purpose. Also, some scholars advocate that the inscription of Erkben may have developed as a means of communication with the spirit of the late ancestor. They are not known the inscription of Erkben that were directly addresses anyone or this spirit. As you know, the inscription of Erkben do not mean wish communication to spirit as record-keeping form. In 1917, Wang Guowei published a socially article intent study of the annual kings and nobility appearing in the inaugural inscription. In this paper, Wang Guowei identified 31 kings and ancestors of the Shang royal lineages as the recipient of the sacrifice that were recorded in the Yinshu Erkben inscription. Wang Guowei was able to basically confirm the king list completed by Sima Qian over millennium later in the record of the great history of Yin Benji, while making several relections to it. His contribution to the study of Erkben inscription and the history of the Shang Dynasty completely identified the royal existence of the Shang Dynasty and set the foundation for the study of the Xia Dynasty. The Erkben inscription has been verified and researched by the Wang Guowei and determined to be the relics of the Shang Dynasty characters. Thus, the official technological excavation of Anyang began. As a result, archaeological excavation have unearthed a large number of bronze vessel tombs, Erkben inscription, and urban ruins from the Shang Dynasty. The real existence of these 4 points therefore proved the existence of the Shang Dynasty. The late Shang state and Anyang is thus generally considered the first verifiable civilization in Chinese history. In modern times, the highest achievement in early Chinese Erkben inscription should be the Sitang. The Sitang of Erkben revealed to the famous scholar of Erkben inscription in modern China. And first, Luo Zhenyu, 号雪堂, Wang Guowei, 号观堂, Guo Moruo, 字鼎堂, Dong Zuobin, 字彦堂. All 4 of them have the same word, Tang, in their name. The earliest security days even in early Chinese history is the start of the Gonghe Regency in 841 BC, early in the Zhou Dynasty, a date first established by the Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian. As you know, attempt to establish early dates has been pursued by question about the origin of classical texts and the different interpretations. More recent attempts have compared the traditional history with archaeological and astronomical dates, and they came to the calculation and they come to this conclusion is at least 44 days for the end of the dynasty has been proposed, reigning from 1113 BC to 1080 BC. The oldest existing direct record dates from approximately 1250 BC and Anyang, covering the reign of the last 9 Shang kings. The Shang Dynasty had a fully developed system of writing. It preserved on bronze vessel inscription and on pottery, Jane, rain, and other storm, but most prolifically on the earthborn. The Shang believed that their king's relationship to their ancestral spirit and particular meaning. The king inherited that the right to rule from his ancestor, and among the king's responsibility was the duty to follow the wish of his ancestor. King used the earthborn to seek their ancestors' advice on important matters such as when to hunt, where to build cities, and whether to go to war. The earthborn were made from turtle shell or the shoulder blade of a cow. To ask a question, a holy man would make a statement such as this: "Tomorrow is growing day for the hunt." Then he would press a hot nail against the back of the bone. The hunt would make the bone creak. The pottery of the creak was believed to be a message, which the holy man or king would translate. The holy man may then covered the message on the earthborn. Today, those inscriptions reveal valuable information about life during the Shang Dynasty. The Shang Dynasty civilization was based on agriculture and argument by hunting and animal husbandry, in addition to war. Up to now, the Shang also practiced human sacrifice. Crania of sacrificial victims have been found to be similar to modern Chinese ones. When a king was battered, slave, servant, and animal were laid down the ramp into the pit. There, they were sacrificed as part of the Shang Dynasty, believed that the king must continue to be serviced in the afterlife. This belief in life after death is likely the reason that material vessels and counter of the food were also buried with or near Shang kings. A lot of the treasures found in royal tombs include many weapons, carved jars, ornaments, bronze carving, pieces of pottery, and chariots. The Shang also seem to have believed in an afterlife, as evidenced by the elaborate battery tombs built for decided rulers. Often, carriages, utensils, sacrifice vessels, and weapons would be included in tombs on a few extreme occasions. A king battery invaried the burial of up to a few hundred humans and horses as well to accompany the king into the afterlife, in some cases even numbering up to 400. The artifacts unearthed at Anyang make clear some interesting facts about the Shang living habit and beliefs. The Shang government was led by the powerful king. To extend his power, a king set up smaller kingdom led by his younger brother and nephew. When a king died, his power was often preserved by passing it to a younger brother or to a son. The captain was the center of the Shang's court life over time. Counter-ritual to a peer spirit developed, and in addition to his secular duties, the king would serve at the hand of the ancestor, workshop court. As you know, the king would even perform earthborn divination himself, because he was the biggest prize in the land. A line of hereditary Shang kings ruler over much of northern China, or that time Shang army fought frequent war with neighboring settlements and nomadic herdsmen. The Shang king, in his oracular divinations, respectively showed concern about the fun state. The barbarian living outside of the civilization to range, which made up the center of Shang territory from the Inter-Asia steppes. After from this role as the head military commander, the Shang kings also maintained their sovereignty as the high patriarch of the society, controlling the various divination ceremonies. According to the Urban script, the Shang king were various as the biggest number of the society to offer sacrifice to their royal ancestor and to the high god Di. The Shang had a special system of money and using valuable cowrie shells that they received as part of trade with the neighbors. Therefore, cowrie shells were also excavated at Anyang, suggesting trade with cost doorwares. But there was very limited sea trade, and that time it separated from the other large civilizations during the Shang Dynasty period. The Shang kings has got very extravagant taste even among of the money on their tombs. Over time, this lavish spending have weakened the economy seriously. The last Shang king was the career person. He spent all his time on recreational activities like hunting without looking after his people. Around 1045 BC, a frontier state called Zhou rose up against the Shang Dynasty. Zhou armies and the king of Zhou, defeating and overthrowing the Shang. The last Shang king ran from the battlefield and then threw himself into the flames of a fire. As you know, the Shang society can be divided into six social classes. The king and his relatives were in the highest class. Below them were nobles, artisans, traders, farmers, and slaves. Noble of the ruling family, and noble made up the highest ranking social class. Nobles fought in the king's armies. They also supplied the armies with weapons, foot soldiers, and charioteers. Shang nobles enjoyed a life of luxury. They lived in great palaces and spent time hunting. We know that the Shang were great hunters because large number of the wild animal bones have been found at excavation sites. According to inscription, an earthworm shows that the king invited nobles to join him in hunting wild animals. The kings often gave nobles symbols of power, such as giant discs. The disc may be covered with a lucky creation, such as a dragon, or a tiger, or phoenix, and so on. The king appointed the official to manage creating activities, usually in a special field area. The official lead their own retinues in the conduct of their duties, and sometimes they grew more independent and emerging as ruler of this area. More distant rulers, more known as marquis or count, who provide tribute and support to the Shang kings every year in exchange for military aid an accurate service. Of course, the aliens were unstable. The Shang religion's ritual featured divination and sacrifice. The degree to which shamanism was a central aspect of the Shang religions is a subject of debate. According to Professor David Kigley, there were 6 main recipients of sacrifice, and one, D, the high god. Next one is nature poor, like the sun and the mountain poor. 3, the farmer lord, descended harm, who had been added to the dynastic pantheon. 4, pre-dynastic ancestor. 5, dynastic ancestor, and the last, royal wealth, who were ancestors of the present king. The king of the Shang Dynasty, and 1, king of Dayi, and 2, king of Waibing, 3, king of Zhongren, 4, king of Taijia, next, king of Woding, next, king of Dageng, next, king of Xiaojia, next, king of Taiwu, next, king of Yongyi, next, king of Zhongding, next, king of Wairen, next, king of Hezanjia, next, king of Zuyi, next, king of Zuxin, next, king of Wojia, next, king of Zuding, next, king of Nangeng, next, king of Yangjia, next, king of Pangeng, next, king of Xiaoxin, next, king of Xiaoyi, next, king of Wuding, next, king of Zugeng, next, king of Zujia, next, king of Linqin, next, king of Gengding, next, king of Wuding, next, king of Wending, next, king of Di, last one, king of Dixin. However, according to the record in historical record, the king of the Shang Dynasty are as follows. The 8th king and the 9th king are Yongyi 8 and the Taiwu 9, respectively. However, the 8th king and the 9th king recorded in the Urban inscription are the Taiwu 8 and Yongyi 9, respectively. It can be seen that the authenticity of the historical dates of the Urban can also prove the authenticity of the record in historical records. Now today, I'm going to end my word today. If you have any question, please write to me. Thank you. Thank you very much.